Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Aidan Finnegan, and I'm the founder of Rainmaker Solutions. For 2 years, I was the exhausted solo detailer that this platform now serves. Today, I'm seeking $100,000 in pre-seed to turn my working prototype into the first vertical SaaS that scales one-man detailers into real businesses. In the next 15 minutes, you'll see the problem, the market tailwind, our traction, the model, and exactly how your capital will compound. So let's get into it. Let's ground the pain a bit for you guys. 76% of detailers work alone. And without time to follow up, client retention slides below 30%. And only 13% touch a CRM. And barely 9% post content, even though 88% of buyers trust video. Most rely on day-to-day cash flow, so 63% rank unpredictable income as their number one stressor. They started their businesses for freedom, but now the grind owns them. So Rainmaker flips that script. We bundle AI and automation into one growth stack that captures leads, nurtures prospects, books jobs, generates social content, schedules crews, tracks inventory, and improves rebookings. Think of it as a full marketing, sales, and operations department compressed into a single product, giving detailers unprecedented leverage without such a high headcount. So we deliver value through 4 plug-and-play modules: our advertising and lead generation package, our media and brand management package, our leading customer management package, and finally the internal SOP management package. Let's break these down a bit more. So the advertising and lead gen package consists of AI augmented Meta and Google Ads. New intelligence technology allows for deep customer personalization at scale. More specifically, the system generates hyper-personalized lead magnets in order to get many more leads at a fraction of the normal cost. And more on that in a little bit. The ad campaign also auto-qualifies leads based on customizable features. And what are the results? Cheap, reliable, qualified leads every week and 0 time wasted on tire kickers and a fully booked schedule. Talk about the media and brand package. So this turns raw, unedited footage of car detailing into polished social media ready clips. Raw videos are uploaded and run through a fine-tuned AI model that edits, captions, and can create multiple short or long form content that is added to an auto-scheduled social media poster. This gives detailers effortless brand growth, and they don't have to worry about hiring media teams. Instead, they can focus on just detailing. Next, let's talk about the customer management package. So we have the customer and lead management package, and this is all about autonomous customer management. So AI uses the known data about customers to send personalized SMS emails and even voice calls, and nurturing those prospects for a full 30 days, all automatically. The system can intelligently rebook past customers and upsell premium services that make sense within the customer's purchasing history. Owners see booking conversions jump without lifting a finger. And finally, the internal ops. This package is all about assisting detailers in the internal procedures of their business. This means a helpful AI that can train and answer new employee questions based on the company's personal guidelines and detailing techniques. The system will also help with cost tracking and inventory management, and will be able to reorder common monthly supplies, taking yet another thing off a busy detailer's plate. The package is crafted to automate repetitive internal tasks and help assist a company owner in running their day-to-day operations. Let's talk about the fun part, the markets. So timing really matters. Rainmaker sits at a crossroad of 3 compounding annual growth rates. Detailing demand is rising post-COVID, the CRM spend is exploding, and AI as a service is a Pompeii-like volcanic eruption rocketing past $120 billion. 3 waves cresting together, making it a perfect one to serve. Let's break it down a bit more. So the first wave is the detailing services. It's projected to hit $69.2 billion by 2030, growing nearly 6% annually, driven by record car ownership and a shift to mobile convenience. The next wave is CRM software. It's projected to reach $73.4 billion by 2030, and yet most detailers are still using pen and paper. The adoption gap is our open lane. And finally, the tsunami. AI as a service tops $120 billion by 2030, with a 36% CAGR. The breakthroughs in AI are leading to a massive productivity boost, and it is the task of companies such as Rainmaker to bring this revolution to niches like detailing. There are thousands of solo operators in the US, and together they represent $600 million market. No one's built a platform that combines ads, CRM operations, and content just for them. The first one to do it will own the space. And on that note, let's talk about competition. So you're going to see scheduler apps and generic CRMs and freelance ad agencies. They either go super wide across trades or deep on one feature, but none really connect the whole revenue chain for detailers. So the green checks show Rainmaker's full coverage, yellow is partial, and red is unsupported. Direct niche tools nail scheduling, but ignore marketing, retention, and content. A competitor that I've been keeping my eye on is Orbis X. They actually have built a ground-up CRM for detailers with a lot of impressive features. They lack a lot of the media tools that we have, as well as a really polished user interface. But nonetheless, they've been in business for about 3 years, and they seem to be having some success. So I'll definitely be keeping my eye on them. When it comes to indirect competitors, there are a bit more. These platforms are service-based businesses, but fall short for solo operators or detailing pros. Jobber, Housecaller, and ShopMonkey are solid for scheduling and basic CRM, but they're built for general field services like HVAC and plumbing. They don't have intelligent workflows, and they don't have really any real AI automation, and definitely no tools to elevate detailers' brands and run marketing that actually converts. Then you've got your horizontal giants like HubSpot and GoHighLevel, which are great CRMs, but they require a heavy setup and personalization from the detailers themselves. None of these make adoption frictionless for detailers because of how generalized they are. So let's move on to our go-to-market strategy. So first, we're going to acquire customers with a productized ad package that's an easy sell and quick to deliver. Next, we're going to upsell those customers into our other core offerings. And finally, we will retain these customers by transitioning them into a newly completed Rainmaker ecosystem. So phase 1 targets small or solo or small crew detailers, think 1 to 3, earning $1K to $5K a month, 2 years in and hungry for growth. The offer would be simple. It would be an AI-powered ad system with no upfront costs, and they only pay from the bookings we generate. We're launching with a productized version that requires minimal delivery. This will give us fast capital and real-world feedback and time to finish building the full Rainmaker ecosystem. While we're driving results for them, we're also collecting engaged leads that we can later upsell into the full platform. In phase 2, once ads are performing, we'll upsell clients into media, CRM, and ops packages. These add content, automation, and rebooking workflows. Client tracking and scheduling tools. Detailers will get consistent growth without adding staff, and we will deepen our role in their business, and we'll build trust through our tools and basically get traction while we're setting the stage for them to adopt our full ecosystem. And that brings us to the retention engine phase. So phase 3, will finalize the switch. At this point, we're going to get many clients who have already bought 1 or 2 of our productized packages, often spending between around $500 to $1,000. We will then invite them to upgrade into the full Rainmaker ecosystem. We make the transaction smooth by factoring in their early purchases and offering a grandfathered rate. It's actually a downsell from what they've already paid, but they get the full packages, everything, the follow-ups, the reviews, the scheduling, and the reported, all in one platform. Once they're inside the full platform, Rainmaker becomes the backbone of their business. Switching becomes operationally painful and retention will lock in. The strategy is only for getting the Rainmaker engine running. The plan is to eventually sunset the productized packages and go all in on the full ecosystem. So I want to show you guys kind of behind the scenes, the engine, the tech stack that powers it all. So right now, Rainmaker runs on a modular stack. We have a GoHighLevel for our CRM infrastructure, N8N for our AI automation orchestration, VAPI for our AI voice calls, Supabase for our data layer, DigitalOcean for our file delivery, and finally, we use a fine-tuned open source large language model for content generation. This current version is intentionally lightweight and built by welding together proven services in order to move fast and validate demand. But long-term, we're going to be rebuilding Rainmaker from the ground up as a fully custom CRM with native systems, fewer dependencies, and a deeply integrated user experience. Let's talk about what's already live. So what you're seeing here really is not just a prototype. It's already live running inside my own business. This is the same advertising package that I've been using to bring in real leads and book jobs. I built high-performing Meta and Google ad templates and connected them to my CRM with a fully automated follow-up system. So when a lead opts in, they get dropped into a 30-day fully automated follow-up system, fully automated nurture flow, which handles entirely by AI voice calls, SMS, and emails. On the left, you're going to see my VAPI, which is the hub for the AI voice agent. In the middle, you're going to see N8N, which is basically
5 minutes.
Which is basically the what kind of glues everything together, the automations together. And on the right, you're going to see the go high level 30-day nurturing sequence. I've run this system myself. It's already converting and it's booking jobs while I sleep. It's become the backbone of the product I'm now selling to other detailers. So a little bit more into this. Over 2 months inside my own business, Refresh Mobile Detailing, I spent $1,000 on meta ads. At first, I was buying leads at $7 to $8 by simply promoting my $300 special package. But then I rolled out an AI augmented campaign. So prospects would answer 5 quick car care questions, and they would instantly receive a personalized car care guide by email. That single touch point built instant authority and trust. Drived my cost per lead down to $1.50. I saw conversions triple, revenue shoot up by 235%, and I did it all with zero added staff and extra ad spend. Every new lead would then flow into my 30-day AI-powered nurture sequence, keeping them engaged and booking them and keeping them paying, completing the proof of concept for my full Rainmaker system. So let's talk about how we actually make money. In phase 1, I'm selling one-time off-the-shelf productized packages, around $9.97 each. These are going to be fast cash tools with no custom setup, no ongoing support, and they'll deliver immediate value to detailers. But more importantly, they serve a bigger strategic purpose. They'll generate quick capital to fund the MVP build. They'll give me real world feedback to refine the core systems, and they'll create a warm pipeline of beta users who are already bought in. Every sale will become proof of demand in a live test case for improvement. It's the leanest path to traction. Let's move on to kind of the next phase is the monthly recurring revenue. So long term, though, those one-time buyers will naturally roll into a SaaS subscription. It'll bundle all 4 Rainmaker packages into one unified platform. Margins are strong, sitting above 75%. The churn is projected to stay below 3%. Thanks to how deeply these tools are integrated. On the left is a demo dashboard of the Rainmaker. So let's go a little bit deeper into the pricing. On the left, you'll see the initialized productized packages. These are going to be, like I said, just for the start of Rainmaker. And on the right is when we're going to grandfather in the kind of traditional monthly recurring revenue model, which will be have the starter package, which is for solo operators and small teams in order to grow. But once they start scaling, like think shops, multiple vans, and complex operations, they're going to need more firepower. So that's where the growth tier comes in at $9.97. It'll unlock 3 strategic upgrades, a custom workflow builder, a full team and multi-locational support, and branded client portal to boost customer experience. It'll create a clear value ladder and a natural upgrade path. And more importantly, it'll also act as a really good price anchor for that $299. It'll make it kind of seem like a no-brainer for those solo detailers. Let's talk about the team. So who's building this? It's me. I started out building my own car detailing business that I'm still running today. I actually have a detail right after this presentation, kind of funny. I've grown Refresh Mobile Detailing from 0 to 10K a month solo. I learned meta ads and Google ads. I learned how to build AI, agentic automation workflows. I've built CRMs, and I've become a novice programmer in order to code the first version of Rainmaker. I'm scrappy, I learn quickly, and most importantly, I have a deep understanding of the pains of the day-to-day operations of car detailing, just because I do it every day. But no founder can scale alone. So right now I'm searching for a deeply technical CTO with SaaS architecture. And later on the line, I plan on adding 2 full stack developers post-raise. The goal is to grow lean and kind of really use AI to get a lot out of a small team. Let's talk about a 12-month roadmap. So in months 1 to 2, we're finalizing the productized tools and nailing the UX for Rainmaker. By month 3, we're going to launch those first packages to market. By month 6, the full beta test will go live. In month 7 and 8, I will release the content module and onboarding workflows, as well as the paid funnel. And then by month 12, the full Rainmaker will be live. Here is a quick allocation of resources. Product and engineering will be the bulk of it, and then customer acquisition will be the next part. I'm kind of skipping through because I want to hit on this last part. So I'm the founder, I've lived the problem, and I've built this out of deep personal obsession. Not to ride the AI hype wave, but to solve stuff that actually keeps detailers stuck. AI is really, really, really hyped right now. There's a lot of people just basically putting out garbage, but Rainmaker doesn't do that. We don't lead with an AI business. We lead with solving an entire ecosystem problems for detailers, and AI just happens to be the most efficient way to get to that.
And that is time. And so we will
Perfect.
now have 15 or 10 minutes for question and answer.
Aidan, nice job, man. You've learned a lot of different systems to be able to pull together your first release. So that's just amazing.
Thank you, Bill.
Hey, I want to ask you a little bit about, you brushed over Orbis X, your big competitor. Tell me a little bit more about what their solution costs and how, how much market they have or how big they are.
So they're very small right now. They have on all of their socials, they have about 14 subscribers. I went in and actually kind of did a demo sign up for them, just to kind of see what their UX is. But it's basically a CRM coded from the ground up, just for detailers. So they use their own native platform, and it has a lot of kind of the AI features that I'm talking about. So they have the ability to reach out to their customers. It has a lot of functionalities for managing the internal operations of the detailing businesses. But from what I've seen so far, there's a lot of podcasts they're talking about. They were talking around having 10 to 15 clients currently. So they're not really big. And their price point is between $150 and $300.
Thanks.
And I have not been able to find many more competitors that are as direct as that.
Hey, Aidan, it's Andy Barrett. Really great job. You did a great job in your presentation and in your written. I love little businesses like this where you have a real niche. And I do think you're going to make these owner-operators successful. A couple of things. I really do think you need to build out your team. A guy can't do it by themselves. I've done many startups, and it takes a well diverse group. So I'd suggest that. One question I have for you: what is the theory behind the startup where it's a one-time expense versus just starting with a recurring monthly instead?
So I've been in a lot of communities where people kind of build and scale these AI automation agencies, and they go over a lot of different ways to price. And one of the best winning ones is kind of the off the shelf plug and play. It's a one time buy. The system gets emailed to them and they can set it up. So like I said, the thought behind it is more to, like I said, get that quick cash in order to focus on building Rainmaker while we're making money. So it'd be like you're able to build templates of these agents and stuff like that, and they can get shipped in email form. So think of it like a person would buy it, they'd get that, they'd see a video of how to set it up, and they'd have a little bit of support from me. But it's mainly just to get some kind of user testing and give them a taste of maybe what the full system is. Because eventually I would like to just have it where, we drop that price down to $300 and just smash them with value for such a low price, and kind of have that monthly recurring revenue, so we can really let the LTV of the customer just expand. So yeah, it's the thought of it is really just kind of the super short term, kind of get some good user testing, get some quick cash, and then try to sunset that by month 5 or 6.
Thank you.
I just have one other comment, Aidan, and that is highly consider trying to get a couple of more beta customers. You use your own personal experience, but every business operates a little different. You'll gain some great insights from other users. So, and yeah, really encourage that. Yep.
For sure.
Hi, Aidan. Great job. You can tell you put a lot of effort into all the research on this and making sure that you knew the background of it. As a small business owner myself, I'm curious how this integrates into their existing website? Or are most of these people operating off of like just a Facebook page right now or a cell phone number? So in my mind, I'm thinking about apps like Klaviyo or Reviews, where you're buying the app in a subscription model. It plugs into your website, and there's a real ease of use so that you don't have to change your existing website. Can you talk about if yours is different or how it works?
Yeah. So think of it, Rainmaker, it really just kind of exists as a background. So I kind of have this is just a quick mock-up. So through they'll log into Rainmaker, there'll be an app interface and a website interface, and it'll just basically connect directly to their website. Whether like I use Wix, I built my website. All of the websites usually have like calendar widgets and like other type of booking widgets, and they all have API endpoints that you can connect to pretty easily. So, I mean, it would just take a software and a scrappy person to just basically go in there and do the weeds work of connecting up, case by case, each customer's website to them. Because a big part of the system is that auto booking. We want to have these auto SMS agents be able to actually send clients the booking calendar. That's kind of what I did for my website. So it would take probably 1 to 2 days of video calling with the detailer to basically get that all set up and kind of form fitted into their existing. And I'm curious how it's going to be, because a lot of these solo detailers, like you said, they don't have websites. Ideally, I would like to have one. I would like to serve customers that do, but with just the technology that's happening so far, like the price and the time of building a website is just it's so much easier these days. So I could definitely see like, even maybe building them a simple website. But yeah, it's just kind of, meeting with them and then kind of like building it out with them. And then after that, they can kind of run symbiotically.
I do think it's an area where, I mean, you just hit on it there. A lot of them don't know how to even do the website side. So even offering that as part of Rainmaker, you might only need 3 different templates that are plug and play for the detailers to put their information in. But now when they buy it from you, not only are they getting all the back end, but they just easily convert into your website. And that makes it hard for them to ever leave, really. That's
a really good point. I mean, because that's a really, really good point. I mean, starting from the beginning to have them in our ecosystem, it gets a little bit more complex when I start to think about how later iterations of Rainmaker can serve a more established detailing shops that have bigger internal operations. Right now, we're focusing on the niche solo guys, but I think that's completely right. Maybe we target just like basically starting out detailers. They don't have websites. And then later on, we can work on the process of form fitting Rainmaker into maybe existing websites and existing detailing workflows and stuff like that.
Great presentation. I absolutely love the fact that you're already in the business and you're looking for areas to go on. I just want to mimic Bill on getting a few more beta testers. And then I was kind of curious if you could talk more about how you got to that 100,000 and what your plan was for integrating it all out now with your software developing. It's my background R&D engineering and finance, and so
perfect. Yeah,
the 100K seems actually a bit low to be scaling that out with a software developer, even a very, very cheap one at that.
Yeah, no, the thought I'll admit I am still pretty naive when it comes to, I'm a very, very new programmer. Like I basically started learning how to program like 6 months ago in order to build out. So I do lack a lot of, maybe understanding about bringing on a software engineer. But yeah, no, the majority of that budget was for bringing on a more experienced software engineer. And I'm following, maybe I'm a little too naive at this point, and you probably know better than me where the state of AI coding and tools are like that. But I just see within the next 5 years, the price for quality code and programming just goes to the floor, because that skill is being democratized by these large language models. So in the short term, the 100 grand would be mostly for bringing on a software developer, but I think I do need to echo your concern about maybe actually maybe reaching out to people and seeing what it would really take to pay a software engineer like that full time to help me develop it.
I mean, phenomenal product though.
Just a question
Thank
for
you.
me. You talked about how it might take a day or two to get someone set up on the system. Have you built into your finances someone who's going to be that customer facing person? Because if you're going to bring a lot of clients on, that's going to be a lot of time to bring them onto that.
And
Yeah, no, I think
Aidan,
kind of
I'll
going
have
off
you
what I-
just 1 minute, and then we have to conclude.
Perfect. I think off kind of what Amanda said, focusing on those detailers that maybe, because that's very true, making it super frictionless and effortless for detailers to basically come on and off. So the focus could be on either maybe really crappy websites or detailers who have no websites. So we really standardize the onboarding experience to make it, plug and play. I have not factored in the cost for somebody to actually do that job. My whole goal would be to step back from the programming side and really take on the marketing and customer facing side. So most likely that would be my job for the first years of Rainmaker.
Okay, great. Thanks.
And with that, we'll conclude this session. Thank you, Aidan.
Thank you guys so much.
And you can now exit.
Perfect.